Right guys, welcome back to the Raw series. So we've done back and legs, now we're hitting shoulders. So today we're going to talk you through how I typically hit a shoulder session. We're going to be incorporating all three heads, front, side and rear, shrugs as well. And again, I'm very sporadic, so we're just going to go for it, make up as we go along. So first exercise, we're going to hit rear delts. Most people go for a press or a side or a front because they want to feel that full pump and look good in the mirror. But I am typically going to hit rear delts first, get the full momentum out of that, then go on to them in a bit. So we're going to do supported dumbbell rear delts, rear flies, and we're going to do 10 that way, really isolate the delt. Once we start to fail, we're going to twist in and just rep out a bit more. You'll find out you can get a lot more reps that way. Right, so we've done 2 warm-up sets. Now we're going to go into first working set. So around 12 to 15 reps. There's no point going mass heavy on your rear delts because it's a small muscle group. So I always favour mind to muscle connection over weight and go for more reps, slow them down if you need to. Yes, that was the last working set. So I did 6 that way, alternated in. So it's still rear delt, but a bit more on side delt as well. Another 8, and then just partials to finish. So for me, it's just about feel and going to failure. Now we're going to move on to shrugs. That was a warm up. So superset, we do front shrugs with rear shrugs. We're going to increase the weight on front shrugs. We're going to keep that relatively light because there's always a risk of pulling your neck, straining too much back. So we'll load it up and then not pre-exhaust, we'll post-exhaust superset.
Burner.
Proper burns. I know there's a place for heavy weight, and I'm not saying there isn't. You definitely need to touch that heavier weight, but lighter, more controlled reps, I feel so much more. My traps are on fire already when I've done one set. If I go too heavy, I know I'm overloading the muscle, but I never get that connection. And like 9 times out of 10, I'll pull something in my neck or not feel it the next day. So I think there's benefits to both, but today we're doing both, heavy and light. Mate, I need to fucking start doing some abs. I haven't done abs for like a year. No, I really need to do abs. I keep going on a Sunday to do abs and then just don't do them. So that's really bad. Let's put some weight on it. Hide me good.
What's next?
Oh yeah. So now we've got all the exercises most people put at the end of the session done. Now we're going to go on to a barbell press. We're going to do one warm up because we're already warmed up, so it's more of a feeler set, should I say, rather than warm up. And then we'll go into some relatively heavy 3 basic working sets with long rest periods in between. Come on. Right, warm up set. Next working exercise is going to be kind of a superset or a drop set. In fact, we'll call it a drop set. We're going to do a standing dumbbell lateral raise, nice and controlled, as heavy as we can go. Then we're going to do a seated, very isolated plate raise as well. So hitting side delts both times, but just really fatiguing it and leaving nothing left. So a quick tip when you're doing side lateral raises, always try and start your lateral raises with your arms to the side, not to the front. When you go to the front, it's easier to start momentum, start swinging it up. So always try to start your exercises to the side. Keep control, try not to touch your waist in any way so you don't start bouncing it off. When you start to tire, then fair enough, come forward, rep a few more out. A lot of people stop when their form goes, but for me, if you work past that, push through your plateau, even if you're only getting 70% of it by swinging 30% up, you're still getting that mind to muscle connection, you're still getting that workload, you're still fatiguing, you're still burning calories, and you're still keeping blood in that muscle group. So that's a tip for me. And secondly, don't try and come too high because you're going to put it into your traps away from your delts. And also, what was the last one I was going to say? Try to have a slight bend on your elbow, not too much, because the further away the weight is from your centre of gravity, the heavier that dumbbell is going to be. So instead of pulling it into your traps and coming short motions, imagine you're putting them through the wall, so you're out and around like a semicircle. Quick tip. Right, so we're going to do... no, scrap that. So the last and the final exercise is again a little bit... Start again. Right, so the final exercise is going to be something a little different. We're on cables. Get your words out, I'm tired, I need some food.
You can tell this is the last exercise.
I know, I need some food. We're going to do a shoulder press on cables, nice and easy. It's going to keep the constant tension. Cables are brilliant for keeping constant tension on the concentric and eccentric parts. So dumbbells, you can either throw them up and just no control on the way down, same as a barbell, whereas with this, it makes you keep control the whole way through. So nice and light, we're going to really squeeze. We're completely fatigued anyway now, so this is just getting blood flow in there and just finishing off. Right guys, so that's the third part of the Raw series. So we've done legs, back, and now we've done shoulders. As you can see, I made it up as I went along, sets, reps, weight, and that's how I've always trained. So if you followed me in the past, you'll see there's nothing any different, off season, on season. I make it up as I go along, very sporadic, and that's how I personally think I've kept the fun in my workouts for the last 20 odd years. So hopefully you've took something from this. Comment below on what you want to see next. We've obviously got an off-season series starting. This is the Raw series, and then we're going to be doing like vlogs, day in the life, nutritional stuff as well. But anything else you can think of, if you've commented before, we have took them on board and we will be putting them into the roster to film. But if you haven't, please do so below. Subscribe to the channel and please like the video. Take care, I'll see you in the next one.